We are live, as Lauren said. Why? I don't know, but we are here. And good evening again from New York. I am Chris Hayes, still as I was a few hours ago. After a quiet performance campaign stop earlier today in Virginia, seemingly cowed by the furor over his Second Amendment comments, Donald Trump and his supporters were back in form tonight at a rowdy charge rally in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where Trump introduced a new, let's call it rhetorical flourish to describe the Obama administration's efforts in the Middle East. Take a listen.
In many respects, you know, they honor President Obama. ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS, okay? He's the founder. He founded ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton.
Crowd seemed to really enjoy that alternate telling of the ISIS Foundation myth. Tonight, the crowd took several opportunities to chant what has become basically the refrain of the entire Trump campaign, nay, the Republican Party itself. Lock her up. Even adapting a new version, lock them up, for the so-called dishonest media who Trump blamed for making a big deal about his comments yesterday. At one point, in a scene harkening back to the primaries, a scuffle even broke out between protesters and Trump supporters.
The most loyal people are the supporters of Trump, and I believe that. I believe that. We've got every group imaginable. I think we have the smartest people. I think we have among the most successful people. I know we have the bikers. Boy, the bikers are amazing.
Bikers on lock. At one point, Trump criticized Hillary Clinton for allowing Sadiq Mateen, that's the father of the Orlando nightclub shooter, into a rally of hers on Monday where he was spotted sitting right behind the candidate.
Wasn't it terrible when the father of the animal that killed the wonderful people in Orlando was sitting with a big smile on his face right behind Hillary Clinton? And by the way, including a lot of the people here, how many of you people know me? A lot of you people know me, right? When you get those seats, you sort of know the campaign.
Okay, fair enough. See that guy right over his shoulder who says he knows Trump? That guy raises his right hand, knows the campaign. That man sitting with a big smile on his face right behind Donald Trump. Does he look familiar? If he does, that's because that's former Congressman Mark Foley, who resigned from the House in scandal in 2006 after sending explicit sexual messages to at least one, possibly more, underage male former pages. Foley told my colleague, Thomas Roberts, Trump has been a friend for 30 years and one of his biggest contributors. Joined now by Congressman Eric Swalwell, Democrat from California, who's called on the Secret Service to investigate Trump's comments about, quote, Second Amendment people. Congressman, you are not buying the unification story about how this was an urge to organize and mobilize in favor of political power.
Thanks for having me on, Chris. It is the Olympics, and that was an attempted backflip, but the truth is, Donald Trump knew what he was saying, and he, of all people, always tells us you have to take people at their word. And yesterday I called on the Secret Service to take him at their word and to investigate that charged language. And I'm pleased to see that today they have talked to the Trump camp.
Yeah, we should say there's a little bit of dispute insofar as the Trump campaign has denied they have. We have reports saying they have talked to him. What do you think what's the accountability here, I guess, in the end, for a comment like that?
As a presidential candidate, you are responsible not only for what you say, but the effect on those who are listening. And we have seen from the New York Times reports that these rallies are filled with people who are making hateful, racist, violent comments, and he is feeding and inciting that, and that's exactly why I'm concerned.
Are you surprised that there doesn't seem to be more of a breaking point for your colleagues, elected representatives of the Republican Party? Obviously, we've seen some defections, and we've seen a lot of ex-officials. I think, interestingly enough, a lot of ex-officials disowning Donald Trump. We had ex-Senator Gordon Humphrey on the show last night. But there doesn't seem to be any actual rock bottom after which someone like, say, Paul Ryan says, no, I can't do this.
I am surprised by that because, Paul Ryan is a very principled individual, someone who, certainly we go to battle with over values, but when it comes to principle, no one questions his principles. But certainly for people like Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell and others to keep looking the other way or to be an apologist for Donald Trump is concerning. And I think at the end of the day, if they are not going to condemn what Donald Trump is doing, they certainly are party to it and will be held responsible.
All right, Congressman Eric Swalwell, thanks a lot for joining me, and I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you, Chris.
All right, we got